In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Crypto fam, it is Friday night. Not usually the time that we go live, but we decided we'd jump on and have a little fun this evening. We actually have had a number of family things going on in the last few days, so we apologize that we haven't been around, but wanted to come on and say hello. And we've got some fun stuff to talk about this evening. So, Miguel, what's on the podium tonight, man?
We got the Biden administration, along with many other elites, suppressing Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
Surprise. Yeah, we would have never guessed, right? Guys, if you are in the live chat, make sure you X out the live chat, smash up the likes. We would appreciate that. If you are on TikTok, make sure you come on over to Debate Crypto. Make sure you subscribe there. And just as a reminder for anyone and everyone that's listening, we are giving away $500, right? $500, 500 smackerinos, right? We're giving away $500 by Christmas. We're going to either give it away 2 days before Christmas or the day before Christmas. And all you've got to do is be subscribed to Debate Crypto. We're not making this difficult. We're not even making you comment and share. If you want to comment and share, we won't be mad about it. But just be subscribed, right? That's all you got to do. So welcome, everybody. We are glad that you are here. Let me share my screen, Miguel, and we can get into it. And this one's interesting, man. I literally, when I read this, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Even though I already knew. Miguel, is this close enough up, or you want me to zoom in more?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. So Biden advised, but here let me use my news guy. Biden advisor barred from airing his views on Bitcoin because of his large BTC holdings. All right, I won't do that the whole time, but yeah. So it does say though, an advisor of Joe Biden is not allowed to talk about his views on Bitcoin because of his large Bitcoin holdings. What a freaking surprise! So it says a top advisor at the White House has been precluded from advising the government on cryptocurrencies. Tim Wu is reportedly said to own a cryptocurrency portfolio worth over $1 million. Experts think the decision has streaks of double standards and blasts the government's policy. Biden's antitrust advisor has revealed his large cache of cryptocurrency holdings in a personal financial disclosure. As a result of this, the White House has said he's, quote, rescued from matters involving Bitcoin. Says Tim Wu, antitrust expert with the Biden administration, has been precluding from advising the government on matters hinging on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. This is a fallout from recent financial disclosure that revealed a substantial portion of his assets is in cryptocurrencies. According to a recent report by Politico, Wu's portfolio contains somewhere between $1 million and $5 million in Bitcoin and substantial amounts of Filecoin. The disclosure revealed that Bitcoin accounts for the lion's share of all his crypto holdings. His holdings are a departure from the previous stance regarding Bitcoin, get this, guys, where he referred to the asset class as being a, quote, shared hallucination. I just did a video on this for TikTok, and a bubble. However, he reserved a measure of praise for the ingenuity of the asset class. Tim is rescued for any particular matters involving Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, generally because of his financial interest, and has not worked on any such matters, said a White House official regarding his holdings. Tim Wu had previously worked at Columbia University as a law professor and netted over $600K in 16 months preceding his appointment with the Biden administration. He joined the administration in March as a special advisor at the National Economic Council and had previously occupied a role at the Federal Trade Commission, that's the FTC, with Obama's administration. Wu is well known for famously coining the term net neutrality. Miguel, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Yeah, so my initial thoughts on this right here is this is just one of the many things that they do, right? This is just a key example on how somebody so high up in the government is being restricted to say, hey, you can't talk about this. You cannot, even though you're personally invested and the official numbers that they're giving is 1 to 5 million, but unofficially, this person could be having a lot more crypto, a lot more Bitcoin, and is not even reporting it, right? Because it doesn't need to. He could have multiple wallets. He's only declaring what he might have. within one wallet. I have friends in the finance sector that they get told every day, they get emails, you cannot talk about Bitcoin to anybody. You cannot own Bitcoin. They even told them that they can't own Bitcoin
Why?
themselves.
Why do you think? Why do you think that is?
Because that's because if somebody else finds out, hey, this financial advisor isn't telling me about Bitcoin, and his company has a public statement saying we are not pro Bitcoin,
Right.
but their advisors themselves are buying up Bitcoin,
Yep.
that shows that there's something in there that they're not saying on purpose, and people are obviously going to be upset about it. So companies
Yeah.
don't even want their own financial advisors to be holding Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And this Biden thing is a small thing in the large scale of elites that are holding crypto and have been trash talking crypto for a very long time now.
Yeah. I actually, Miguel, I was at the bank recently. And so, as you guys know, Miguel and I, have a business now, right? And we were looking at doing some banking stuff. And I've got CryptoKeeper LLC. We've got Debate Crypto. So, at any event, that when I went to Chase Bank, you guys have heard me probably talk plenty of trash about Chase. I went in there and told them I wanted to open an account. And the word crypto, when it was associated with the business, nope, immediately. Nope. And I asked the gentleman, because I've known him for years, I said, listen, you know who I am. You know my construction business. You know this, that, and the third. You know that I'm going to bring good money to the bank. You know, like all of these things that I'm not a threat to your bank. Can you explain this to me? And he said, literally, this is exactly what he said. I'm not at liberty to discuss it. And I said, wow, at the branch level, we're not talking about some exec. We're talking about at the branch level. This has trickled down, and people and their higher ups, because you know the saying, like, right, crap rolls downhill. The higher ups are telling them, you cannot talk about this. You are precluded from saying anything either positive or negative about this because we are not on board. And the thing that I think is so interesting is that I think that within the next, I don't know, couple of years, I think banks will be custodying crypto. I think that banks are positioning right now to try to figure out, okay, we can't stop the train. So since we can't stop the train, how do we get on board? And better yet, how do we drive the train? They don't want to just jump on, they want to drive. And so if they're going to be able to drive, they know that, hey, we got a late start, right? So basically, they're the bandits riding up on the freaking the side of the moving train with their horses and guns and trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to overtake this train? I think that it's sad. I think that it's scary. I do understand from a simple economic standpoint where they're like, wow, okay, this is a threat. This is a threat that needs to be addressed. I get it, right? But you're ultimately telling customers flat out that they are not allowed to, what they can and can't do with their money, which has been my problem all along. You should not be able to tell me. I mean, they've shut me down from doing crypto transactions, period. I used to be able to do it. All of a sudden, guess what? Can't do them. I don't know, man. I just have such a
Yeah.
bad taste in my mouth with the banks from this stuff.
So when I tried opening up my first bank account for my business, for my crypto business, basically I went to Wells Fargo, and my business name didn't have the word crypto in it.
Okay.
So they didn't know, right? So I got in the process. I was pretty deep in there. I had a temporary card,
Yeah.
and when I went to go open up a credit card for the business, they started asking me a few things, and I dropped the word because I was just pretty much seems that we have lost Nick there for a second. So I was pretty much just telling them how my business was about education and teaching people how to do certain things on the internet and programming, yada yada yada. So with that being said, I wasn't telling them that I was going to be doing crypto education.
Hmm. Not really sure who got shut down there, but it might have been me. I don't know.
Yeah, you froze there. So like I was saying, when I went to go open up my bank account, I didn't tell them I was doing crypto. I just told them I
Right.
was doing education, right? Online education, teaching people,
Yeah.
and creating a YouTube and doing consulting and doing programming, all this stuff, yada yada. But the second time I came in for the credit card, I dropped crypto education, and they're like, "Wait, what?" crypto? What are you doing with crypto?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just educating people about this or that." And they're like, "Wait a minute, I need to call my boss real quick." The lady literally left, went, had a conversation, came back, said, "Actually, we have to close your account immediately. We can't have you here." After I already had an account with them, they closed my account out. They dropped me, right? And
They're
then
terrified. They're
and
terrified.
they and the funny thing about Wells Fargo was that shortly afterward, they came out in the news saying that they were going to have in the investment level, right, in the actual investment level, be investing in crypto and selling crypto to their investors. But
Yeah,
in the branch level, for a person like me, I can't have a crypto business, but
that's
they
right.
can, but
That's
I
right.
can't.
I mean, heck yeah, we're talking about banks here. They're allowed to do everything that you're not allowed to do, right?
Yep,
That's
exactly.
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, and like we said on the what if Wednesday episode about inflation and stuff. We were talking. I mentioned, right, how banks are going to try to control Bitcoin, DeFi, and the way they're going to do it is they're going to push people out with regulation, and then, like you said, they're going to get involved with DeFi. They're going to loan out their money inside DeFi protocols and
Yep.
use DeFi and crypto to their advantage. And then force us to have to come back on our knees to try to pick up some crumbs that they will sell to us, but we can't have any crypto business, or we can't have any crypto income from our own investments.
I think it's really sad because over the years, you know, when you're growing up and you first get a bank account, at least this is how it was for me, right? And maybe it's just because I'm an old fart or whatever, but when I first got a bank account, right, like my parents like took me to the bank, introduced me to like the people working at the branch, showed me, you know, what basically they opened up a checking account with me, talked to me about this, that, and the third, right? And it all feels like this is right. This is what you're supposed to do, right? Think about if you went into the bank at that point with the knowledge that you are about to do business with what equates to a bunch of criminals, right? And I know some people are going to say, "Wait a minute, that's pushing it too far." And my retort would be, "How? How is that pushing it too far?" Because the reality is we have an organization that is allowing you to put your money in. They are loaning it out for large amounts of money. They don't tell you that, right? They just, you know, oh, we're just holding it and keeping your money safe for you, right? No, you're not. You're making money with my money, right? And then when I try to make money any way other than what you deem responsible, you're going to shut it down. I always love also when I try to make a purchase and they say, "Oh, we're doing this for your protection." Guys, that's laughable. You do understand that they know that they are responsible when they are custodying your money. And so when they shut down a transaction, it's because they themselves don't want to be responsible and they want to have questions. I was in Brazil. Okay. It was I don't remember the time that it was over there, but over here, I think it was like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. Me and some of my buddies were out and I was paying for things that night, right? And we literally got to the point where the tab needed paid and I was ready to pay. And all of a sudden, my card was shut down. And I was like, "Wait a minute." You know what I mean? And I don't know if anybody's ever had that happen before, but it's a very weird
Yeah, I've
dynamic
had I've
because
had it happen.
your friends, you know, like, "Oh my god, I mean, trust me, there's money on there. I promise there's money on there," right? And it's just a weird feeling because you know where you're at, but you can see, you know, your friends like think, "Oh yeah, I bet you do," you know, whatever. And then literally they didn't have a 24-hour support, right? What if my buddies would not have been able to pick up that slack until the next day? They actually froze my account. And the next day, I had to call in and very specifically tell them a whole lot of different things. I had to tell them where I was, about how much money I thought I was going to be spending. Get the heck out of here. You're not my mom. I'm not telling you that I'm going down to my buddy's house and I'm going to be here for this amount of time and I'll make sure I won't do this and I will do that. But it feels like that. They want to know what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, and it's for your protection. No, the heck it's not. It's for
Yeah,
your
I,
protection, Mr.
I
Bank.
love I love that argument, right? Um, you see Jamie Dimons come out and he's trash talked crypto, Bitcoin specifically, a million times, and
Yeah.
yet he's scooping up Bitcoin every time it dropped.
Yep.
You saw these Solana billionaires. What's his name? I know you know his name. I told you I can't
Oh,
pronounce his
oh,
name.
uh, uh,
Chamalalala.
yeah. Chamath Palapatiya. Yeah.
There you go, that guy. I can never pronounce that name. That guy. He came out publicly, right? That there were a bunch of Solana billionaires that buy up Solana at heavy discounts. They have millions of dollars
Yeah.
in Solana, and they didn't pay millions of dollars for it. They
Yeah.
got heavy discounts for it,
Yep.
and they were literally talking about it publicly, like no big deal. And yet they're pumping their own bags, right?
But you also heard him say, "Hey, he said you're effing up the program."
Yeah,
Remember, he was like
one of
telling
the
him like,
other guys,
"Oh,
one of the other guys was
you
like,
know what I mean?"
"Hey, shh, shh." You know,
Yeah.
you've heard Logan Paul talk about how he got a phone call by Gary V, and like there was like 50 other people on the phone of some of the richest people, and they're like, "Hey, this is what's going to happen in the NFT space. We need to get this and this together." They are literally coordinating what to pump, what to dump, rather packing their own bags, and then they're telling you, wait a minute, but you can't do it because it's for your own protection, right?
Right.
Just like the banks in 2008. Where were they when they were over leveraging themselves, loaning out all this money, gambling, right? Not saving any money. Because one of the amazing things is that all these banks make so much money, yet when the economy takes a poop, they instantly, I have no money. I'm
Right.
done. I need a bailout. I have no
Right.
money. What do you mean you have no money? Your whole job is to have money
Right.
and make it grow.
Yeah.
So nobody is there saying like, well, for their own protection, they can't do this, they can't do this, and they can't do this. They can just do whatever they want,
Yeah.
right? And then they're always telling us what we can and can't do with our own money, and they
Yeah.
can play with our money however they want. And
Yeah.
they're the first ones when they don't have money, they're like, well, I need a bailout.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when they tell us, hey, you can't invest in crypto because it's too risky, but the minute you make money off crypto, they're like, well, we didn't want to back you on that one, but
Taxes,
time to pay the piper. Give us that 30%.
capital gains,
Yeah.
please, right
So,
here.
yeah, it's very risky. Don't invest in it. Oh, you made money?
What if you
Give,
do?
give me your 30%. Oh, you lost all your money? I told you. I told you. Oh, you made money? 30%, please.
Yeah. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And then actually click back over, Miguel, to the screen share. At the bottom, it says Tim Wu is not the only government official with BTC holdings. Senator Cynthia Loomis disclosed her recent Bitcoin purchase worth up to $100,000 in a filing last month. So she bought a couple Bitcoin, right? Her first Bitcoin purchase was in 2013 when the asset was
Wow.
trading. Here's what I'm getting at: when the asset was trading around $330. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. 2013 makes her a visionary. Okay, that makes her in the either a visionary, like I said, or in the know. Which do you think that is? Right, we're talking about government officials, high-ranking people, people that know people. Right, I will guarantee you that it is a combination of the two. She might have been someone that was forward thinking, but I promise you the conversation was had somewhere with someone that we're not able to talk to, right?
Yep.
That runs in her circle and says, "Listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but you just need to trust me, right? You know what I mean? And you need to buy this thing called Bitcoin. I don't care, buy it. It's $330. You need to buy a bunch of them and move forward with it." And they act for so long. Like Jamie Dimon, he's the worst. He literally, like you were saying, Miguel, was flat out telling people. We talk about FUD all the time, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and how it's such a huge issue. And I think that it is, man. It is intellectually like dishonest and wrong for me to tell. If I jumped on this live stream and started actively telling all of you, like people think I do it in TikToks. It's so funny, dude. Like it's a $40 billion, asset class. And they're like, don't listen to this guy. He's a schmuck. He's trying to FUD the market. Okay, well, I am flattered that you believe that my TikTok is going to be able to FUD out a market, right? That I'm going to be able to have push and movement on a massive market. But what I'm getting at is someone like Jamie Dimon does, right? And so my problem with it is you have a platform that you are able to use. Fine, make money with it, whatever. But you don't make money on it off the backs of a bold face lie, a number of bold face lies, and then the moment after you get done with the lie, you know it's going to dump the price, and then you jump in there and you slide and buy it lower. It is freaking criminal, man, and they
Yeah.
don't get over for it.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. And the beautiful thing is about what in that article, right? Cynthia Loomis, we hold her as a Bitcoin hero right now,
Yeah.
but that article said 2013. She literally started talking about Bitcoin a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yep.
year ago. So what happened to
Yep.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? No Bitcoin talk then. All
Yep.
those years, right? What she bought it in 13, forgot about it, and did research in 2020, and then was like, oh, wait a minute, I have this amazing asset that I didn't even know for all these years, right? And she's not the only one, right? Raul Pao has come out in interviews and has mentioned, and I've said it before, has mentioned since 2013, multiple people, right? He's like, the people that run in the macroeconomic space
Yep.
are a small group of people, a few hundred of them, and they have meetings multiple times a year, every year, and they all the same people. They meet up in different parts all around the world, and they have the same conversations of what's happening in the world, what investment markets are going on. And Bitcoin's been in the room since 2013. People have been buying up Bitcoin, has been talking about it, but none of them have talked about it. Ashton Kutcher, a great entrepreneur, actor, movie star,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
has been in crypto since about 2014. His wife recently just talked about it in, I think it was in Jimmy Kimmel or the other
Okay.
guy,
Yeah.
Fallon
Yeah.
talk show, whatever it is, talked about it. Like, yeah, we've been in XRP and in crypto since whatever, like years ago, 2014,
Right.
2015, whatever the date was. It's like, really? And why you guys want to do so much good for the world?
Yeah.
Why haven't you been talking about it this whole
Right.
time? Why did you
Right.
wait to the top of a bull run to say, yeah, by the way, guys, like, we're super innovative. We've been,
Yeah.
in this since 2014.
Yeah.
Man, it would have been real nice if you guys would have talked about it back then and this whole time,
And
but they
then
don't.
And then it goes another step further. Then let's take it from okay, now they're talking about it, right? Now we've got the retail trader, right? I've got people asking me right now about crypto that never knew what crypto was, probably couldn't explain it to me. If I said, hey, so explain to me what blockchain is, or explain Bitcoin, or explain Ethereum. Listen, there's no problem with that. I feel like you need to be educated to really do your due diligence and be able to grow in the space. But a lot of times people invest in stocks that they don't understand too. So I'm not like downing that. What I'm getting at is then the articles are going to start coming out that are going to say, so let's say Bitcoin hits 100K. The articles at that point will be screaming 250 to 500K, right? When they know that it is not going there, right? Or if it gets to 250, right, it'll be 500 to a million. The reality is
That's already happening right now.
the goal,
That
right? And so
there's an article out right now that came out today about, I forgot who it was, that literally said Bitcoin's going to 500,000.
it listen, would that be fantastic for myself and Miguel? For sure. Would it be fantastic for probably every single person on this stream? Absolutely. But the reality is, the only point when you see the whole, and this has shown more in cryptocurrency than I've ever seen it anywhere else. When you see the news media, like I've heard it before in the stock market, and I've heard it before with some other things, but like in crypto, when you hear all of the news being bullish, you need to be freaking watchful of what's going on here, right? Because ultimately they're setting us up to be buying at prices that are too high. When you see everything bearish, when everything is negative, when Elon Musk stops accepting Bitcoin, when when China is cracking down and they're banning it again, and blah, 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 when all of these things are happening, when all of that negative is happening, the reality is they are accumulating at lower prices. It's just a freaking fact, and I've never seen it so egregious as I have with crypto. It's absolutely out of control. I hope that at some point with some of these regulations that will come in, because inevitably regulations are coming, right? I
Yeah.
do hope that at some point some of that can be curbed a little bit. Sometime can it be beneficial for us? Sure, if you know what you're looking for. But my problem is this: the new people getting into the crypto space, the people, Miguel, that you and I are reaching out and educating, the people that are in the Debate Crypto Academy, the people that are learning the space, they are not the people that are going to make the decision a lot of times to hear all this terrible news and buy. Initially, when you get in, you hear all this terrible news, most people, and they get scared. And now you're playing
Yeah.
off people's literally their emotions as it relates to their financial wherewithal. You, shame on you, right? Shame on you. And that's where I have a problem with it. I don't know, man. I don't know how we're ever going to get away from it. I think there's going to have to be some heavy regulations put into place. But yeah, I'd like
That's
to
the
see
problem.
change.
Like I completely agree, right? And the regulations and so on. But that's the problem with the tops of crypto and everyone saying this time is different. This
Yep.
time is different because we have mass adoption now, because we have real smart money in now. And that's what they want. They want you to think that this time is different. They want you to think that something amazing is happening, and all these institutions will not dump on you. These institutions are going to be in it for the long game. The institutions will be the first ones to dump on you because they know they can move markets when
Yep.
they dump. And
Yep.
when they dump, they're going to dump the market, right? They're going to take their massive profits. You're going to be left holding your bag at 100K, 150K Bitcoin with whatever crumb you bought.
Yep.
And they're going to dump massive thousands of Bitcoin on you. The market's going to drop. And then when you're saying, oh man, this is terrible, I'm going to sell my crumbs of Bitcoin now. You start selling your Bitcoin, they're going to start buying up all the Bitcoin back up for
Yep.
way cheaper, doubling up their position, doubling up their cash position, and making more money every single time. And this happens every time.
Yep.
Every single time we start seeing people talking about, oh, this time is going to be different because we're seeing that there's not. I saw a video.
Pull up Melissa S's as you're talking about this. Pull up her comment she just made in the chat. We need to tell her to be careful with that type of thinking and why. You're talking about it right now, Miguel. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm new to this, but I don't see it going down only
She's talking
bigger.
about the market. She
Oh,
doesn't see
yes,
the market
yes,
going
yes.
down, only bigger.
Yes. Every new person thinks the same way because we have people coming out, right? Somebody shared a YouTube video on our private community talking about this, about some guy doing some technical analysis, pretty much saying, well, right now we're not seeing the level of euphoria that we saw in 2017 around this same time. So I think we're going to have a more extended bull run and change things around and extend things out. Therefore, the bull run is going to really going to be moving up in 2022. That's how you become a professional bag holder. Mm-hmm. Institutions are going to dump on you instantly. People don't understand how quickly we go from 0 to 100 in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Right now, we might not be moving. We might be going sideways. And next week, we could be blasting past 80,000, reaching 100,000. And then everybody's saying, oh, I'm not going to sell because we're going to hit 500,000. And you're going to see all these news articles coming out. And Melissa and so many other people are thinking it's only going to get bigger because I thought the same thing in 2017. Oh, man, Ethereum's at 600. It was at $8 earlier this year, right? It was at $8. Now it's at 600. We're having a Bitcoin CME future. Oh my God, Wall Street is getting involved with Bitcoin. It's never going to come down. It's only going to get bigger. Instant regret. Instant regret.
Yeah, I mean, same exact thing here. I mean, the reality is the whole idea. And Melissa, you weren't wrong for like what you were saying. And here's the thing: we are speculating, right? We are going off of what has happened in the past, but the reality is we keep seeing the same things. And if you go even farther back than before Miguel and I got into crypto, the same things every single cycle. It's different this time, right? And now I will give that statement some credit. At some point, I do believe that will be true. I don't believe that we're there yet. But at some point, I do believe that that is going to be a statement of fact, like something is different. Now, I do think that things are happening a little bit differently right now. But the question then becomes, how much of a setup is this, right? If everyone thinks one thing is going to happen, I can all but guarantee you that's not what's going to happen. If you don't think these institutions listen to what's being said, for example, BitBoy Crypto, my good friend Ben, right? He is telling people that 100K is the top flat out, which is about where I think it is too, but for some of the same reasons, some different. Um, Mine are a little bit more driven by our the economic factors surrounding everything else going on. But um, do you not think that the largest crypto creator around, do you not think these institutions don't know what this man is saying? I promise you they do. And so they play off of that, right? They have the money to be able to push you to buy or sell unless you are obviously just holding no matter what. If you're just a straight up long term hodler and you're holding no matter what, fine. But the reality is, we talk to people very often about doing things like laddering, right? We're talking about taking profits. We're talking about taking profits on the way up so that you don't get caught at a point when the market dumps so hard you're trying to get out because you think that that's it, whether it is or not. The institute or the exchanges are shutting down. That happens, right? So word to the wise, you need to have a game plan and an exit strategy. We talk to people about this in the Debate Crypto Academy all the time, because these I keep saying institutions, these institutions push these prices fast enough, and then people are piling in to either buy or sell, and it will bog the market down. Usually on the sell side of things, it will bog the market down. You will not be able to execute a trade. You will literally be watching thousands upon thousands of dollars, if not more, just like literally just falling, just brrr, 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 and you can't do anything about it. It's scary.
Yeah. People forget that institutions make money on the way up and on the way down,
On the way
right?
down. Yep.
They have so much money that you can't fathom what they are doing with this money, right? They can put in $500,000 into crypto assets, dump half of it, dump the price of the market, and still have a big position in crypto that they bought in so early at a way lower price earlier this year in 2020 or so on, that they're not going to be losing even though they dumped the market, and then they
Right.
can buy back in, right? So they're always going to be winning. Whether the market's going down, they're going to be making money by shorting and by taking profits.
Mm-hmm.
When they're going to push the markets up, they're setting up leverage longs, right? They're on these leverage trading, they're boom, and they're going to go upward, and they're going to make tons of money on the way up as well. They're
Right.
always making money. They're never losing. The markets can go into a bear market for 3 years and they're still going to be making money, whether it's on swing trades, whether it's on buying and selling very short term. They can, and not just that, but you got to remember, these institutions don't only depend on crypto. They're making money on all other sectors in finance as well, as well as these billionaires, right? Like Shamarolo, whatever his name is. They're making money everywhere, right? They're not just making money in crypto. Crypto is a game to them. It's just another avenue of money, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not the only avenue of money for them. So they have tons of capital to dump in and pull out and then use it somewhere else, make more money, then come back to crypto if they need to, right? It's not like us that we are living crypto day in and day out and counting our pennies and counting our satoshis and counting
Right.
every little piece of Ethereum that we have, scrapping it together, hoping it multiplies to 2 and trying to sell to make $50. They're not like that. And
Yeah.
that's what most people don't understand. And that's why it's not different this time. It will be the same. There will be an 80 to 90% drop. And if you're not taking profits, you're going to learn the hard way.
Yeah, and I want to be clear. Miguel and I speak like this because we've done this and we love you guys, right? That's literally the two simple facts, right? We want to educate you guys because we've been there, and I'm telling you, it is tough to see your bags grow, 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 and then dwindle, 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 right? It's hard, and then it takes a bunch of time. Now, if your convictions are where they need to be, and let's say you do get caught in that pattern, I want to give you a little bit of hopium here, right? The bear market is where the fun should be had, right? And what I mean by that is that should be your conviction level should be so strong that you are yearning for a bear market. Like yes, we love the bull markets are fun, right? And we see our portfolio every day getting bigger and bigger and bigger and we're like, yeah, let's go. But those are what we call unrealized gains until you start taking profits. So that's fun, right? Think about like every day, let's say you weren't in crypto, or let's say you're not in crypto, and every day you wake up, right? And it's like you got a paycheck every day, right? You're like, heck yeah, let's go, right? And so it's fun. But on the other side of that, it's not fun seeing those prices dump. It's not fun seeing paychecks getting pulled out of your account faster than you can even know what to do. And so, what I guess I want to give you the encouragement is there is going to be more opportunity coming. If you do get yourself caught in a position where it is just dumping so hard, so fast that you just can't get out. And again, this isn't financial advice. We're not financial advisors. Want to be clear about that, right? But I'm just throwing out there, if it is money that you do not need to pay your bills and you get caught in a position where your game plan is not working how you want it to, and you don't have to have that money, I'm telling you right now, wait, take a breath, relax, understand that crypto's not over. This train is not stopping, right? But it is going to take a pit stop, right? At some very low prices. And what that needs to be looked at is your opportunity to make life-changing generational wealth. This is your opportunity to take your family from whatever state it is in currently financially and saying, okay, in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I'm going to change this, right? And I'm telling you, from two of us are telling you at the same time, it is physically happening for us right now as we speak, right? That is happening. So what I want to get across is that it is a reality. Miguel nor I are independently wealthy, right? We didn't like have a ton of money and got into the crypto markets and just started dumping money in because we just had it. No, right? That's not the case. Maybe if Miguel is, he's been lying to me. Okay, so I just want to tell you that.
Yeah, I got all my wealth from back in. They're all buried in a hole back in Cuba somewhere.
So yeah, guys, we want to come on not to scare you. We want to come on and tell you that we love you, we care about you, we want to see you do well, we want to see you succeed, which is why we say take in as much education as you can, learn as much as you can, and have that game plan in place because it is an emotional roller coaster on the way up and the way down, more on the way down. And so if you can provide that buffer that just says, okay, here's the plan, I'm sticking to the plan no matter what, that is where people will win long term.
And the next thing I want to say about the bear market is, and the bull market, right? The bull market, I feel more pressure than in the bear market, right? Because in the bull market, you need to make sure, am I buying right before blowing off? Do I have enough already before it takes off? Oh man, did I miss it and it took off already and I can't buy that asset anymore? Oh man, do I need to take profits now, or is it going to dump again, or is it over? Right? You have all these pressures. In the bear market, it's a lot easier. It's like, hey, we're going a long way down, bro. So it's as easy as wait 2 months after the bear market started, right? And put in a $100 every week dollar
Dollar
cost
cost
average
Yeah.
into an asset, and just automate it. You can make it automated and just boom, buying you $100, and you're buying on the way down. You're losing money on the way down, but you're gonna be making a whole lot of money on the way up as well. And then on the way up, you don't got to worry about it. And the bear market is very easy that way. It's just research assets. Oh, I think this project is a good project. This project has a good development team. It has a good goal. It seems like it's doing something. Start automating dollar cost averaging for the next year and a half or whatever it is. And you're pretty much set. The bull market is where all the pressure is, making sure you sell at the right time, make sure you bought up everything you needed before everything takes off. That's where all the pressure is. And somebody in the comments said, uh, never take gains. Just leverage your assets.
I was getting ready to talk on that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was literally about to bring up the same. So, Connor, the idea that the idea that you're talking about is more of an advanced type of an idea. And when you say leverage your assets, you're ultimately, folks, if you're new to this, what he's saying is take loans against your crypto, right? Or against other assets, whatever the case may be. This is a more advanced idea. This is something that Miguel and I will be doing this next bear market. Reason I say bear market is because what you need to understand always whenever you are investing is the risks associated. If you take loans way up here, you have what's called LTV, which is loan to value. So what basically he's saying is that you can set up smart contracts that will say, okay, you put in 2 Bitcoin and we will loan you 1. And your loan to value, your LTV, is 2 to 1. It's basically 50% is what it is, right? You're getting 50% of what you put in as collateral. Okay. You have to keep that loan to value correct. Well, guess what? If you start taking loans at the top of the market, right? At anywhere near the top, and then you get huge corrections, you will get liquidated or you will have to cover that position. And so, yes, it is absolutely long-term, fantastic idea because the reality is you do not pay taxes on debt. And he's saying that you're taking debt on, so you're not paying, taxes on that. But there's still risk associated. So be smart about when you are going to do that if you are going to do it.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people want to do this now because it's been the new thing that everyone's been finding out. Wait, the rich have been doing this their whole entire lives, and it's always been a big secret. But now we know, and now we can do it. What you're not realizing is you're not rich. I'm not rich. Rich people have other avenues of money coming in. So if they take out loans, they know that they can pay that loan back, even if the loan that they took out to invest is a complete bust. We don't have that. We don't have that luxury. We take out a loan, you better hope you pay that loan back because you know what's going to happen to your credit and to the rest of you. When you go buy a house, when you go buy a car, when you go do anything, that's going to get pulled up and say, wait a minute, I understand right now that crypto loans work differently. They're not associated to your credit, whatever, but you're going to have to be putting up collateral, right? Yeah. You're going to be losing your assets, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, whatever it is that you put up as collateral that you probably worked very, very hard to accumulate over a very long time. And now you've lost it on a gamble because you do not have the luxury that rich people have to pump more capital into it if things were to go south to eventually pay off the loan and get your collateral back. So if you do not have extra capital to be putting back in as more collateral to eventually pay off the loan, be very careful. You could be losing everything you've invested on a big gamble.
Yep. Yeah, there's no doubt about that, guys. Always, always, always just understand the risks. There are some very high level ideas that do work, right? But they work for a set number of reasons. And Miguel, what you just said was clutch. It was clutch, right? When we are willing when we are willing to make decisions like that, if I'm willing to make a decision like that, it's because I know that no matter what happens with that, I can cover. That's ultimately not generally what is the case for a lot of people doing that. And so you just need to know what the risks are. Guys, if you are in the live chat, make sure you X out for 2 seconds, smash up the likes. It's really hard for whatever reason. We get a lot of people in here. We get a lot of love. You guys are really good to us. We appreciate each and every one of you. But getting likes for some reason is always tough. It's always a grind, right? We've always got to ask for them, right? So if you would, if you appreciate the content or if you hate our guts, either way, smash up the like or the dislike, right? Either way, hey, YouTube says you like us, you don't like us. Either way, you're watching.
Hey,
right?
YouTube's getting rid of the dislike button. So
are they?
They're getting rid of not the button. The button will exist, but they are getting rid of the count. They won't show how many dislikes you have.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's cancel culture, dude. It's everybody gets a participation. Everybody gets
Yeah.
everybody gets a trophy. So yeah, smash up the likes, guys.
Especially Brandon. That's the problem.
Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. As it relates to debate crypto, just want to remind you guys, right? We are doing a $500 giveaway. We will be giving that away 2 days or maybe a day before, depending on how the day hits, right before Christmas. So we're hoping to be able to give that away not hoping to, we are giving that away to one of you. All you have to do is be subscribed. So it's debate crypto. If you're in TikTok, debate crypto, no spaces, right? If you're in the chat right now and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It literally costs you nothing to possibly win $500. So we would love to have you there. Miguel, anything else before we
Yeah.
sign off?
So
What you got?
we got Melissa saying, what sites do you read about crypto?
Uh-oh.
Everything. Everything. You type crypto into Google and every link that comes up, you read it, right? You have to be like an AI Ultron level, just scanning the interwebs for everything related to the search term of crypto to stay up to date because there's 100 million things happening all
right.
at once.
That's right. Dot Chin said, Holy Spirit activate. Yeah, I'm a Christian and I talk about my faith a lot. So I want to throw this in as well. So after you do all of the research, right? When you go to bed, you pray over your portfolio, right? You definitely you lay hands on your phone and you pray over. You say, Jesus, please bless these gains, right? We need these gains to continue, right? Holy Spirit, be good to these gains. But yeah, no, but hold on. Let's give them a good one though, Miguel. A good one would be cryptonews.net. We like that one a lot,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Cryptonews.net is a really good one.
Crypto Panic is another one that a
Yep,
lot of
yep.
people use.
Mm-hmm.
Was Decrypt is another good one.
Yep. Cointelegraph.
Cointelegraph, CoinDesk,
Yeah.
Bitcoin Magazine. All these are decent places to go check out. Also, check out on Twitter. Go on Twitter, jump onto Twitter, and start following every single crypto account you can find. Right,
Yeah.
start following BitBoy. Right, whether they're influencers or they're
Hold
companies
on a
that
second. You better
do
follow us
news.
first before. I mean, listen, BitBoy can
We
get
don't
his
have a
followers,
Twitter.
right? But what?
Well, we don't have a debate crypto Twitter. We have
Well, no,
individual
but
Twitters.
individually, CryptoKeeper's got one, BlockchainCrusader's got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can follow us individually, I guess.
Yeah. And then start following everything crypto related, and you're going to see how your Twitter feed is going to just evolve into just a crypto Twitter. And you're going to be seeing all kinds of Twitter stuff, crypto related things are happening on your feed. That is an amazing place to stay updated. So, Twitter, right? And then another good question that we have here is Crypto Hodler is asking about what's the topic for this Sunday seminar. This Sunday seminar is going to be, again, an open floor, open forum.
Mm-hmm.
The seminar like we had last week, where everybody that comes in gets to ask whatever question they want crypto related, and we're going to be answering it live for you guys and going into depth for it. So that way we're answering whatever question, and people are feel like we haven't answered that question, we haven't gotten to that topic yet. Well, now's your opportunity to come in and ask absolutely anything, and you will have your time to shine.
Yeah, for those who don't know, we have debatecrypto.academy. If you're in TikTok, the link is in my bio. But just briefly, just want to tell you guys what we do. We have a private Facebook page. We hate supporting Facebook, but it worked well for what we were doing, right? We have a private Facebook group, I should say, not a page, a group. Miguel, get on me for saying that incorrectly. We have a private Facebook group. We do have a Facebook page as well, but private Facebook group. And if you have the all-in package, you get literally private seminar once a week with Miguel and I. Sometimes it is a topic, like we've done something like setting up wallets, hardware wallets, stuff, some basic things like that, all the way up to and including like deep dives into decentralized finance, which we've done that.
Exit strategies
every single week, every single Sunday. And then the cool part too is if you do miss it, all of it is recorded so that you guys have the ability to go back, watch it, see it, whatever. We'd love to have you. It is the all-in package. To let you know, there's two different packages, just to be clear. The welcome home package is fantastic too. That just gives you access to the group. The all-in package is the one that gives you access to all of the private seminars. So I just want to throw you guys that. Hey, Miguel, I saw another one I wanted to touch real quick.
Which one?
Let's see here. It was what Tim Peters says. What altcoins are you looking to scoop up in this next bear market? Tim, I'm going to give you this. I'm not going to be. I don't want to give you any like real specific projects, and the reason for that being because we're kind of looking at different sectors more than just specific projects. We are going to be looking a lot at surprise, metaverse, right? And NFT gaming. Those two are going to be huge. And then for me, I think some of the regulation stuff is going to press forward or hold back a little bit, whether it's more DeFi, or whether it's going to be more NFT type projects, or what those, what I think interoperability. I think interoperability is probably one of the biggest things that we will be looking at as well, because we're getting to the point where a lot of these projects are actually delivering on a number of, it's not just speculation at this point. They are literally delivering. So we're looking at land for the metaverse. That's huge. We're looking at NFT gaming, right? And we're looking at interoperability. Those three things are huge. And that's some of what we will be looking at.
Yeah, that, and NFTs is another thing that we're going to be looking at.
Oh yeah.
NFTs will drop in price drastically throughout the bear market. We saw when the NFT market slowed down just a bit, the floor prices of a lot of these crypto, a lot of these NFT projects dropped drastically in a short period of time. So imagine when you're in a real bear market and things are not moving for many months of time, many months. People get desperate. People need liquidation. People need cash, and they get bored real quick, and they start selling at cheap prices. So I'm gonna try to scoop up some of these NFT projects that have some level of worth right now in the bear market, in hopes, right? These are big gambles in hopes that they have some other big pump in the next bull cycle. But I don't have a specific altcoin that I'm going to be scooping up in the bear market right now. Obviously, I'm going to be selling 100% of all my altcoin positions. And when I say that, I mean anything besides Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right.
I will be selling 100% of. So I'm definitely going to be scooping back up like the average, the common ones, right? Polkadot, Chainlink, stuff like that. But other projects like that I didn't get into, maybe Solana, maybe Quant, right? I'm going to be looking at them, seeing if they survive the bear market, how they do, how their developers are still progressing throughout the bear market, and then maybe scoop some up in the bear market. Those are just some.
There's definitely stuff we missed. You know what I mean? Like you said,
always.
Quant was one of them, right, guys? There's over 10,000 different crypto.
Even Decentraland itself. Even Decentraland, the coin, right? I didn't buy any Mana. I've been looking at Mana forever. Mana's been in the previous bear market, survived. It was under 10 cents for a super long time. Never bought anything from it. It's pumped drastically. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it in the next bear market, see where it goes, possibly scoop up a big bag of it.
Yeah, the reality is, guys, that's why we talk so much about getting into projects that you believe in. We talk about that because if you get into projects that you believe in, you are going to have the wherewithal to last through some of the highs and the lows. Does that make sense? Hopefully, and that's ultimately your opportunity to accumulate. Most people will not accumulate. Listen, if somebody walked up to you and said, "Hey, you want to buy into my business?" and you knew what it was, and you knew it was a trash business, and they said they wanted you to invest, and you're like, would you say, "Yeah, sure. Here you go. Here, take more money. Take more money. Take more money"? No, absolutely not. But if they came up to you and said, "Hey, I need some angel investors for my business. I absolutely know it's going to be fire. You believe it's going to be fire. You've read into it. You've looked into it, and you are on board." Guess what? You are going to be very likely to continue to invest and feed that beast, right? And that beast will end up being a freaking dragon for you, burning everything up the next bull market. And that's ultimately what the crypto dragons. Oh, that's never mind. That's a totally different group that we've talked about. Never mind. If any of you catch if any of you caught on to that little joke there, I'll be very impressed. But in any event,
so Connor says, will NFTs be seen as securities, as some security token blockchains are building for NFTs? So I'm curious if regulation is coming. It could be seen, right now. NFTs exist in a gray area. Nobody really knows. A lot of people buy them for art purposes, but
Yeah.
we also know that there's a lot of money being laundered in NFTs. And if we know it, the government knows it, the IRS knows it, and they're definitely going to be finding out ways on how to be able to get more regulation around NFTs, the launches of NFTs, and what you can and can't do. NFT fractalization, something that nobody ever talks about.
Yeah.
People are literally fractalizing their huge NFTs like CryptoPunks, so you can own a small portion. That is by a technicality a security. You're buying a small portion of something in hopes that it's going to grow in value off someone else's work, yada yada yada. The
Yeah.
ownership, right?
It passes the Howie test. I mean,
Right, the whole like dividends situation. You're getting paid out dividends for holding this thing.
yeah.
So there's tons of things that are not being regulated right now. A lot of gray areas. So
Yeah.
I do foresee security, some level of regulations coming for NFTs at some point. But the government's slow. They barely understand Bitcoin now. They definitely don't understand NFTs. But at some point, something will happen.
Yeah, no doubt. Guys, it has been a wonderful stream tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. Again, last time, smash up the likes for us. We'd really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, right? Let's say you feel like you've got something really weighing on you, you don't know where else to turn, send us an email, debatecrypto@gmail.com, right? And if you're looking to take it one step further, your knowledge level, I will tell you right now, let me show this. If you sign up for the all-in package, we right now are giving away the Bitcoin Standard. This book needs to be something that you have read anyway, right? But if you sign up for the all-in package on Debate Crypto Academy, we are giving that away right now. So, Crypto fam, we love each and every one of you. We hope you guys have a blessed night. So until next time, hodl
Huddle
like
like
it's
it's hot.
hot.